Hey everybody, how you doing? This is B Jax. I'm on the Common Corner again today. Today is January 3rd, 2017, and today my topic is basically how black people just don't read. One of the things that I've noticed, I'm new to putting videos or audio dissertations on YouTube, so I'm fairly new at this. But one of the things I have noticed from watching other videos and participating myself is that there are a lot of people that actually do not read. They will come on a post and they will have something, I guess, to debate with you about or make a statement about something and have not done any research, nor have they read anything. One of the things in particular I've noticed is, you'll get a lot of people that want to debate with you about the Bible, the Holy Bible, whereas someone can make a statement about something they feel about the Bible, and another person will come along and say, what are they talking about? Or they'll adverse with something that's totally contradictory, but have never read the Bible. Like you have people, especially that go to church, consider themselves good Christians, and basically they will come out and spew something out that's not in the Bible. It's just not there. It's just a common belief among people that have been lied to or told something. I mean, we all have been lied to because we all went by what we were told. But when you actually get down and you actually read the Bible, it will say a lot of things that are actually contradictory to what our beliefs are. And I mean, you see a lot of people waste a lot of time with going back and forth with people that don't know what they're talking about. A lot of people have strong convictions about things that they think about and not actually know about. And that is dangerous. And when they are presented with facts, they don't know how to react to that because what they have learned all their lives have been the adverse. Never, and I mean never, have they actually tried to research it or verify it. They just, whole lot of black people just go by what they're told. One of my concerns about the conscious community, and I'm not downing anyone in particular in the conscious community. I'm talking about the conscious community as a whole. It's not really defined what conscious community is. Is conscious community considered a individual that kind of knows that there's a game being played? Is that a conscious community guy? Or is a conscious community guy the person that feels he has the answer and that he knows why and this guy is an agent and that guy works for the government and this, that, and the other? Like, what exactly is the conscious community? And I think a lot of people get sucked up into that whole term conscious community, and it's just, everything just gets destroyed. Whenever you have 148 different versions of what consciousness means, no one's going to ever be on the same page. At least a person that believes in what is being said in the Bible. If everybody reads from the Bible, they may have a different perspective. But when you use reality with what the Bible says, you can get some truth. Now, as for some of the pro-black communities, once again, what the hell are they reading? They're just reading a whole lot of different things and using their own understanding to come to some type of conclusion or point or what they think. But if you actually go by what you see with your own eyes and what you are experiencing, you'll turn right back around and you'll look at that Bible and you'll see that there is a comparison likeness to it. What other people have gone through, what you see in Deuteronomies, what other people have gone through the curses that God has said that has been put upon us because we are a favored people. At least, like I said, there's been some lies that have been spewed out and given to the masses about the Holy Bible. I think the Holy Bible was lied on. You have to understand, there's a people here that they're telling not to read, and if you get caught reading, we're gonna kill you. Now think about that for a second. I mean, if it wasn't something you were trying to hide in the reading, you wouldn't be concerned about them reading. Okay, and at that time, there wasn't a lot of books on ancient Egypt and things like that, especially in America where those slaves were, and so they were given the Bible, and they were given the Bible and was told that this is this and that is that, and that this meant this and that meant that, but it wasn't given a true understanding to where they can read for themselves and actually discuss it. And in fact, when that did happen, when they did read for themselves and it was discussed, that created rebellion because they actually read the Bible and understood who they were in the Bible and what the Bible was saying about their conditions. But you have the pro-black community here that basically, they have shunned the Bible, and understandably so, because so many lies have come out of it, and that has created disappointment for black people throughout the times. We've been lied to about who Jesus was, who Jesus really was. We've been lied to about what the laws and commandments were. We've been lied to about who these people were in the Bible. So, and if you see statues and paintings and literature on the people in the Bible being of a different race and a different color, then naturally you will reject that philosophy and feel that it does not serve your purpose. Because when you're looking at who they depicted as Christ, as a white man, then quite naturally, when reality does hit you, you start to believe, hey, this is fake, and that whole Bible was put in there as all this is fake. When in actuality, no one ever read it. Majority of the same black people that you see in the pro-black community have never read the Bible. They're only going upon what the disappointment is and what they see now in the modern church. You see dancing, you see music, you see all the things that really are counterproductive of concentrating on being a good servant of the Lord. You see adultery going on. You see all types of homosexuality going on. You see all type of things that, had it gone on in those days, heads would have rolled. And basically, because man-made laws have been put in place to protect this evilness and make excuses for being heathens, this is what you get today. And so frankly, I do understand why black people would say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to church. I don't believe in that. I'm not dealing in that philosophy. And that's all coupled in with being Christian, because they're not actually following the Bible, because the Christians never read the Bible. They're only going by what a nasty pastor or preacher is saying, so that you can continue to pay money. Okay, because according to the Christian church, they'll tell you that basically those are old laws, and the only old law they upkeep is the tithes. For some reason, they can still do tithes. And regardless on what religion that you may believe, I'm only going at this from a practical point of view. That when I read the Bible, it tells me things that I can do to protect myself. I don't see anything in the Bible that says, enjoy being abused, enjoy being stupid, or kiss the foot of your enemies. Like none of that is in the Bible. But you'll have pro-black people portray that that's what the Bible is speaking of. And in fact, that's not what it speaks of. That's only the interpretation that was given to black people that could not read, that has spawned up to now. Because black people don't read. They'll sit in church for a couple hours and just listen to the preacher. And that preacher guy he takes what he wants to take out of the Bible, and he'll talk about that for 2 hours, not teaching you the Bible. He won't teach you the Bible. He's just going to read something in the Bible that he thinks that may pertain to an experience that he has experienced, and he'll talk about that for 2 to 3 hours in a sermon. I know, I've been there. And the people will leave there feeling as if, well, they were in the Lord's house today, and the Lord has given them blessings. And that's not actually true at all. In fact, God may actually hate you because you don't read the Bible and you don't do what it says. But the whole subject is not just on that. it's a couple of things, especially when we deal with what we consider pro-blacks. It's 148 different perspectives and points of views, and this is why you get constant static when it comes to pro-blacks. They argue all the time. They want to debate all the time. Debate is debate, but it's like you're not actually moving anywhere because they're all cutting each other up, saying this ain't right or that ain't true or this ain't true, when actually you have the Bible that you have never read. And you push that Bible to the side because you have been lied to. Just like any woman that gets lied to by a man, she despises it, doesn't want to deal with it, and doesn't want to hear anything that it has to say. And that's how a lot of black people treat the Bible. Because they've been hurt by the Bible. They've been hurt by the white man's manipulation of the Bible and how you thought about the Bible. In actuality, never got any truth from the Bible because you never read it. You never read the whole Bible. You just read what you may hear someone say, John 3:16. Oh, John. There's certain passages in the Bible that Christians love to use. They'll just use that to make excuses for the nasty things that they do on a day-to-day basis. Nasty creatures. Don't read the Bible. They'll say that that God loves them, and they don't love God because they don't have an understanding of what loving God means. And these are black people that lie every day. And so, like I said, now you have the pro-black community who's out here fighting each other. They hate one another. They calling these niggas, just that motherfucker, this, that. I mean, it's just like utter disrespect, And the bad part about it is, like, they wouldn't talk to a white guy or someone from another nation that way. They wouldn't talk to an Asian guy that way. They wouldn't even talk to an African guy that way. They just talk to your own. You think that your own people are less than or dirt or don't know anything, and we are the greatest people in the world. But if you listen to a pro-black all day, somebody's cooning somewhere. Somebody. That word "coon" isn't even like used properly. But somebody's cooning, or any black man that basically is trying to live, or maybe don't know any other way to live but to fucking smile and say the right thing. They're all cooning. You have like no understanding for being black. It's almost like pro-black's never been black before, and so there's only one way to be black. Like I mean. Every black person has experienced different things, But I honestly feel like the only way that maybe we can have some synergy is if we follow the laws in the Bible. That's a book that actually tells you what to do in every situation. Jesus is black. It says that in the Bible. But somebody will comment and say, "Oh, he's a white guy," but it actually tells you who he is in the Bible. You just don't read. You don't read, and and this is why I would recommend, any black person, don't go back and forth with an ignorant individual, especially one that has not done any research or know what they're talking about. They'll sit there and say things based off their feelings and emotions because they're most of the guys here, may have single moms and they may be considered emotional. Emotional beasts, man. They get mad. They don't even think about what they're saying or taking the time to just react in the appropriate manner. It's right off the bat. It's emotional beasts. This is why we have so much incarceration, because we have black people that don't think. They won't take the time to read or think or be sensible about something. They'll sit there and go off that first emotional rant and shoot somebody off 5 seconds of fury. So that was my subject today, basically, is that how a lot of times, we have people that want to interact on things, and maybe they feel frustrated by what they hear or by what they don't understand, and then they'll just blurt out something, and it's just so counterproductive, and then it's just disappointing because to a people or a person that you may be talking to, they actually didn't comprehend anything you said. A lot of times they look at the title and they just respond to that and don't even read or didn't even hear the whole video. Like I'm talking right now in this video, there's some people that did not get to this part in the dissertation and will begin to comment on why black people don't read. I say black people because I'm black, and that's all I'm talking to. The white man has enough support systems for himself to encourage him to be the best that he can be. I just want to talk to black people and hopefully get a better understanding of us as a whole, ourselves. You're gonna have some black people that feel like when I listen to Lil Wayne say, like, man, fuck, that's their problem, not my problem. Those type of things. You're gonna get black people that feel like they were the only ones here, like they got here by themselves. You know what I'm saying? These are people that hate black people. They love themselves, but they hate black people. And so why would you? I mean, just think about this for a second. Here's a guy, Lil Wayne, who made money off black people. He may act a certain way or feel that he's powerful or he's about this, about that. But without the fans and the people that put him where he are, he's actually nothing at all. Absolutely nothing. He makes music and you pay for it. And then he gets on TV and basically says it's not his problems that black people are having problems. I got money. I'm rich. This is just nasty. In a way, it's just so nasty, disrespectful, and negligent. And black people still support him. They still listen to him on the radio. They still buy his albums. And the newest one is the Snoop Doggy Dogg. This the new guy. This new guy is now, he's come out and said something about Colin Kaepernick. So now he's on every commercial. He's on every game show now. He's even with Martha Stewart. I mean, come on, man. This dude was saying, fuck the police, 187 on the motherfucking cop. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I was growing up, when we listened to Snoop Dogg, now he's saying that, love the police with the Crips and the Blood, situation going there. And there may be more information to that. I just don't have it. But look at these guys coming around now. Yeah. They don't have nothing to do with you now because they don't realize that they can have longevity if they reach out to the other side now. These guys grew up with us and during the crack epidemic when we had mass incarcerations. So I don't understand what the hell they talking about now today. Like everything's okay, everything's fine because they keep showing you stars on TV. You keep looking at TV and you see other rich black people that you helped make rich. And then when they get the opportunity to speak on things that may give you that much more encouragement in your community, they don't say anything. They don't say a damn thing. They just kind of sit there and go along with the motion and they get paid. And guess what? And you go home and you suffer again. And you get on YouTube and you listen to all these pro-black people tell you about how there was no Jesus and how this, that, and the other. You get absolutely nowhere at all. It's going around in circles, sniffing ass. And these guys are really reckless out here, man. They just saying anything. Like, they don't even know what the hell they talking about. They just say anybody's a god. Like, all of a sudden, Egypt. Like, out of all the things that black people do, or black people could have been a part of, it's just that you just take Egypt. Because that appeared to have been a mighty nation. And they were Africans. And they enslaved people. That don't even seem like you. Black man, that don't even seem like you. Take inventions from slaves and capitalize all that and build tombs. All you built was tombs. Egypt, all they built was tombs in Egypt. Tombs, big tombs, cemeteries, bodies in there. What's in there? But let me tell you something, black man. The same thing. All these inventions that you speak of that Egypt made. The slaves provided that technology and those inventions. The same slaves that provided the technology and the inventions for America. Because, see, they knew what they were doing. They knew who they were getting when they went and got slaves. They just didn't get any old people. They knew they were getting nation builders, man. If you look at all majority of the early copyrights and patents, like for the stoplight, the inventions that have been used in the medical industry, inventions that were used for even picking cotton. Man, all these things came from black minds. Okay, and it didn't come from no damn Egyptian. But once again, that's my opinion, and that's not what I was really trying to get into. But I was trying to get you to understand how black people don't read and they just blurt out off emotions, off things on how they feel because they're hurt on a doctrine that they may have heard, and it may not be the same way that they've been brought up with. But at least we can do is read, learn something new. That's it for me right now. This is B-Jax, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I mean, of the dissertation. May not have been one of my best, but if you can click like if you like, click dislike if you don't like, or leave me a comment. Maybe some suggestions or better things that I can speak about. But these are just some of the feelings that I have, and once again, these are just my opinions. I'm not judging no individual or person, because guess what? I probably thought like you 10 years ago. And so I'm living in a life and living in a world where I'm learning every day. I'm learning every day. Okay? But the number one thing that I do is I try to research and I try to read about what I'm talking about, and not just make an emotional gesture. Because later on that can come back to haunt you. And no real person is going to take you seriously if you're just going off emotion. Like Umar Johnson, when he made that was emotional spill right there. That it's going to be hard for him to recover from, because every time a real man listens to him speak or trying to understand what his philosophy is, they're just going to see that rant right there and try to say, well, when does he feel like this? It's not his fault that this guy looks like a cracker. Like, that's and there's some other guys out there too that's just as bad. You know what I'm saying? They go out there and they beat on other black people because maybe they don't like what they're saying, or they can't agree with what somebody else is saying. So instead of just going at scholarly what the topic is, they want to attack the brother or attack the person. And that's what I'm saying. Like, those people don't deserve any kind of response. If they want to attack you personally because that's how you feel, maybe if you got some information that you would like to show me to better what I'm saying, I get it. But to attack me, that's just like you trying to stunt my growth, and so I wouldn't have any respect for that. And so if somebody wanted to say I was fat or I had a big stomach, or what I'm saying, because I do have a stomach because I eat well. But I don't consider myself fat. But I mean, I do have a stomach and I eat well. And maybe if I see another guy with a stomach, maybe he eats well. But to make fun of that and try to disqualify an individual based on the words that he's using, did you get the message? That's what's important. So this is a 23-minute video. I'm out of here. You have a good day.